Hello everybody and welcome to In My Mug, episode 164 on the 2nd of January 2012. 2012, how many years have I been doing In My Mug now? That must be a few. Yes, Happy New Year. I hope that the festive period filled you full of joy and happiness and was coffee filled, and your new year was equally as coffee filled, and we'll be going into the new months ahead. Yeah, I had a very good Christmas. I kind of missed not roasting coffee a little bit, missed not being here. But yeah, it's been good. It's been very good, and give me a little bit of chance to catch up on stuff, which actually reminds me of something I've posted on Hasblog, link coming up somewhere. I did a top 10 coffees of 2011, which I really enjoyed compiling, actually, really enjoyed putting together. So I hope you will find some time to go and watch that. Yeah, a little bit of fun. I actually disagree with it already, but yeah, I guess that's the thing with these kind of top 10s, that you can constantly change. And we had so many amazing coffees last year, it's tough. So anyway, we don't talk about that stuff on In My Mug, we talk about coffees. And this is the second of your packs that came in your double pack for Christmas with us being away. And this one is an espresso blend. Now, as I said last week, for me, filter coffee really works well at Christmas time. I kind of sit down after the meal, have a lovely brewed coffee, be it a vac pot or a Chemex, and just really enjoy those flavours. But New Year's morning, I want a bit of zing, I want a bit of zap, I want a bit of, a bit of grunt in my coffee. And also, it's kind of a nice chance to have some milk as well and have cappuccino and enjoy it that way. So it seemed to be good to do these this way around. So this year's Christmas espresso blend has been by far the most popular espresso Christmas blend we've ever done. I've never had so much positive feedback about one coffee. I'd been thinking about it for a long time. I actually bought one of the components, the El Salvador El Bourbollon. I bought that back in August. For this. That sure it needed to go in there. It seemed such a good fit for it. And I don't think we've ever done El Bourbollon on In My Mug. It's a coffee that I really like, owned by my friend Eduardo, who has a mill, which is El Bourbollon, and this is a couple of farms that he owns from the surrounding area in the Apaneca mountain regions of El Salvador, and he comes together with this great coffee. Has done exceptionally well in the past on Cup of Excellence, and always cups beautifully. It is a very, very fine coffee. And they're very, very fine millers as well. They do an ace job. So yeah, I bought that back then. The next part that went into it was the Indian Balmadi. Now this is the pulp natural one. Now what I was looking for with these two coffees, lots and lots of sweetness, lots and lots of chocolate, caramel, kind of smooth, thick mouthfeel, very gloopy, very fine coffees. I mean, Balmadis are very, very expensive. And I put 30% in here, and we probably lost money because of that, because it is such an expensive coffee. But I think it really brought something to the blend. It brought that extra level of chocolatiness. It almost does Brazil better than Brazil does Brazil, in this chocolate smooth, beautiful coffee. So that went in there. But those two sweet coffees together, I wanted something with a little bit of a zing, a little bit of a zap, a little bit of a citrus, a little bit of and we went with the Kenya Kiri, which is a Peabury varietal, one of the 4 Kenyas that we've had this year. And I think probably one of the best Kenyas we've ever stocked. I kind of hark back to the days where we had the Gethambuini Peabury, but I'm not sure if it was just so good then because everything else was, everything was improving. But for me, the Kiri is equally as good as that one for sure, if not a little bit better. What that brings along, it brings across lots of fruit citrus, lots of kind of blackcurranty, kind of zesty, limey, lemons, beautiful acidity, and 20% of it is just enough to not make it too tart, to not make it too much, to not make it in your face, to not make it over the top. So yeah, so that's this year's Christmas espresso blend. What I'm going to do is I'm going to jump on that little baby behind me there, and I'm going to make some espresso, and I will back you with you in just a moment. Right, so I am back, and I have 2 drinks here. I've just gone for espresso and cappuccino. No Wheel of Death again this week. Back to normal as of next week, and when we'll get back into the swing of these things properly. But wanted to keep these relatively short. Wanted to do the videos, but I also want you to enjoy Christmas. So into the espresso before it cools too much. And there you go. Beautiful, beautiful big base. So sweetness, sticky, caramel is big time in there. And I mean big time. Sweet chocolate, you know, very kind of melted chocolate mouthfeel because of the thickness of the mouthfeel on it. But then on the back end, on a little bit of the back, you get the kiri punching through, and it's going, I'm here, and you get those kind of beautiful citrus and blackcurranty kind of lovely flavours kicking through. I really like that as an espresso. I can see why we've got so much positive stuff back from it. I do think it's the best Christmas blend we've done. So into the milk. Sweetness collides. So you've got sweetness of the milk, sweetness of the chocolate, sweetness of the caramel, all comes together. But again, a little bit of shoulder, you get the beautiful acidity come through. Not so much citrus and not so much blackcurrant in milk, it kind of dulls it down a little bit, but you still know that acidity's there and you get it on the sides of the tongue. I think it works better in the espresso than it does in milk, but I like it in milk. I'm not saying it's rubbish in milk because it's really not, but I do prefer it as an espresso for sure. Right, keeping these sweet, short, sweet, to the point, succinct, rambling, shut up. Life is too short for bad coffee.